Hello everybody and welcome to another Mixed Bikes video. And today guys, we're doing a bit of a test here. Are the Enduro bikes better than the regular OEM bikes on Supercross and Motocross? I don't know. I don't think so personally, but I've seen some people say the Enduro bikes have a little bit less, they're a little bit less front tucky. As far as just the physics in general, they feel more stable is what I've heard. Now, in Supercross, I do not expect them to perform pretty well, but I thought maybe let's try this. I don't have too much experience on the Enduro 450s or the regular 450s for that matter. I've really just ridden the 250 Honda, so yeah, we're going to test that today. I'm going to do 5 laps on Supercross on both bikes, then we're going to Motocross do 5 laps each. And yeah, we're just going to look at lap times, see how they feel, and yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting, boys. So let's get right into it. That's someone hit that like button, and yeah, let's get right into the video, boys. All right, 5 laps starting now. We'll see how this thing feels. I honestly have no idea what to expect. But this is WSX Great Britain. I have not ridden a ton of laps on this track, but I do feel comfortable enough to do this video on it. I'm just going to try to ride smooth laps. I think consistency is going to be, you know, kind of the biggest analysis here is what bike physically feels better as far as just around the track. This bike eats the whoops. Like, it doesn't go fast through them, but it is super stable. Also, it is also very fast. Literally just going to be in second gear on this entire thing. It's so fast, it's almost like scary to ride, bro. Alright, there's a 46 first lap. That is not too bad. Oh my. It's not over yet. Gonna be clean through the rest of this. Ooh. Gosh, it's like barely even on the gas, you're just on the limiter. It's crazy. Hard to explain. That looked like it was about a 52 there. Put a little another smooth lap in here. My goodness. Bro, I don't understand I'm on the limiter this much. I feel like I'm literally barely putting my gas down. Like, the trigger's not even close to going down all the way. That is crazy. Shows you the power these Enduro bikes have. So much power. Double this. Stay consistent here. Ugh. I mean, but I'm gonna say it, like, the thing rides well. Like, it's not like, oh my gosh, it's hard. Like, I don't know what people watching this, you guys are running on this track consistently, but like, I'm not a great Supercross rider by any means. And this thing is, I mean, it's pulling its weight, dude. Alright, I think we got one more lap here. I'll put down a good one. Oh, did that, but easy recovery. Like, the front, it doesn't really give up as fast as the regular OEMs, it feels like. It feels very stable. There's a lot of time in the whoops, I feel like, though. Learning throttle control as well. You have to be so light on the throttle. I think I have to change my settings, because I also just got a new controller. And my, you know, my trigger actually works now, so. Yeah, there we go. It's 5 laps. So 46, 52, 49, 47, 46. So last 3 laps, we actually got a lot quicker. Ran 2 46s, which a 46, pretty good time. Not as far as qualifying. I think qualifying in for the series, top 22 was like a 43.3. So still 3 seconds off that. But yeah, bike performed pretty good. Let's go to the YZ 450, boys. All right, boys. YZ 450 time. This bike should perform way better. But the power difference is a lot from this bike to the Enduro. So I'm going to have to get used to this. I'll be probably in third gear most of the time on this bike. I was still in second gear. Wow, I'm surprised I cleared that. That was dead right there. This is actually a burner first lap. $45, dude. Not bad. So far, I mean, we gotta clear better. Oh my, see, look at that. Back end swap. Was not getting that a lot on the Enduro bikes. Interesting. It's kind of like the little physics. You know, I mean, I feel like you shouldn't be able to get on an Enduro bike and just ride Supercross like that, you know? It is a video game, but like, I don't know. Just felt like you could do a lot with that bike, but it still is not going to be that bad of a lap. They OJ that. $49. Smooth so far. Oh my god, I don't know why it's not turning there. Oh my, dude, it's worse than the whoops, bro. I promise you it is. I don't know what it is about the Enduro bike. It feels so good in the whoops. Like, it feels like you literally cannot crash. Oh, come on, Jan. This is going to be close looking at these lap times. We have to come go brazy in these last 2 laps here. Bro, what the heck? Alright, I'll give it credit for surviving that. Alright, that actually felt pretty good through that. No! Dude, why, bro? Why to tuck the front? No way, dude. That's literally what I'm saying. Like, bro, the Enduro bikes don't do that. Like, why would it tuck there? I have no idea. Okay, buddy. Now, some of this is definitely rider error, but it just doesn't. It doesn't feel consistent, man. Bit of an OJ there. Alright, so I thought this was going to be a breeze after that first lap because we were in a 45, but yeah, I mean, lap times were definitely worse on this bike. I will say a couple of these laps were just complete rider error. It's on me, but the bike, I don't know what it is about the weight of it. It just doesn't feel very stable. It feels very unstable. The front end especially, very unstable. And then you saw that little back end swap I had. It feels like the Enduro bike, even with it being so overpowered, I mean, you guys saw I was on the limiter a lot. My throttle control could not really comprehend that bike, but it still was pretty stable. It still made sense. I'm not saying the OEM bikes are bad by any means. They both feel good. But I will say, like, the Enduro bike, like, kind of felt better, dude. I'm going to be honest, which shouldn't be the case. So we're going to go to motocross. We're going to see. I'm pretty sure the MX bike is going to feel better here. But, yeah, let's get into it. All right, guys, we are now at Unadilla here on the 450 once more. Now, this is a track I've ridden a bunch on the 250, but I've never ridden on an Enduro bike. I've never ridden it on a Yamaha. So this is like truly a blank slate, and so is Supercross. I've never ridden really either of these bikes on Supercross, other than right before I start recording. So I think this video is coming from someone with no bias at all. If you're someone that's putting a lot of hours into the YZ450 and Supercross, obviously this bike's going to feel better than the Enduro bike. But from someone that's ridden basically, you know, not much time at all on either of them, I would definitely say the Enduro was a little bit better in Supercross, which is weird. And that's also with... I put a little bit of setup on both bikes, but it's nothing to really change the outcome. I'm just kind of... I've stiffened up the suspension on the Enduro a little bit just because that stock suspension is super soft. But... I think I'll just record the first 2 laps of motocross, and then I'll do 3 off-cam on both bikes, just so this video isn't, you know, an hour long. So it doesn't get any boringness in this video at all, brother. Dude, this 450 feels very good outdoors. I will not lie. I think it feels good. I also do prefer outdoors more, though, than Supercross, so I think any bike would feel better outdoors. So far, feels good. No crazy physics yet. But you never know what can happen with this YZ. It might just tuck the front end on you real quick. Oh my goodness. Almost looped out. That definitely would have been user error there. It was not the bike's fault. But pretty clean lap. Not something that was super quick. But something, I mean, if I was in a race, I'd probably run a time like that. That little 209. I'm gonna beat that by a little bit here. I think anything under a 210 is a pretty good lap. On the 250, which is a bike obviously I put tons of time into, I run like 208s, 207s. The bike also has far less power though. Oh, that's not good. Oh, it almost tucked. It tried. Well, we'll see if the Enduro bike does anything like that. It's gonna be interesting to see. That was obviously a case, so I can't get too mad at it. To me, it's just more the consistency aspect. There's a lot of jumps you can OJ and land in this game. It's not like if you OJ and jump, your front end should collapse on you, because there's a lot of stuff you can case and OJ and survive. That's an OJ. Feels amazing when you OJ something. That back suspension's fire. Hill physics, definitely could feel them up that. This hill as well. It'll probably bite me going up this at least once. Oh, it tried. Yeah, it bit me. It bit me badly. Because when it kind of starts to do the little tuck right at the top there, and it just lowered my front end. Nothing I could do there. Put me into an endo. Still can recover this lap though. Not bad. Oh god. Just went over that rut. Alright, so 2:14. Alright, I'm gonna do 3 laps off camera, and then we're gonna come back, look at the lap times, and switch to the Enduro bike. See you guys then, boys. Alright guys, so the 5 laps have been concluded, And as you can see, you guys saw my first 2 laps, but are in a 2:10, 2:08, and then a 2:16. That 5th lap, guys, literally over that finish line, you know how you just kind of scrub it and you land it flat. I did it just the same way I've been doing it. You know, maybe it was a little different because I ended up tucking the front. It was a weird front tuck that I was a bit bamboozled by. So kind of weird. This bike, it really feels like you have to fight it in some ways. You know, it feels smooth in some areas, but sometimes it just like the back end just goes or the front end goes and it doesn't really feel right. Very unstable. That's how I'll describe it. Very unstable. I think the Honda, that's why so many people like the Honda, is because it has power and it's very, very stable. That's why I like the 250. I think the Yamaha, both 450 and 250 are very, very unstable bikes that tuck a lot. So anyway, we're going to go to the Enduro bike. It should be a lot worse. So I guess we'll see, boys. All right, guys, we are back on the Enduro 450 Husqvarna 4 Fatty. We're about to get absolutely wicked here in these first 2 laps. See what we run. I'm just going to kind of mosey around and, you know, really just try not to crash is the main thing, but he has so much power, but man, it just feels so stable. It feels so stable in corners. The front end feels very, very stable. But I don't know. I might get proven wrong here. I might tuck the front end about 800 times, so we'll see what happens. It's going to be really funny if this bike is faster, though. Like, seriously. Feels very good so far. As far as power, it doesn't have the torque, I feel like, but it's got the frickin' power. I mean, it comes. You just gotta give it a little bit, and it delivers. But so far, the physics of this thing are amazing. Like, back end's not leaving me. Front end's been fine so far. Back end kind of left me there, but it still feels very stable. Not a lot of hill physics there. A little bit of hill physics, but not a lot. Downhill is usually kind of sketchy too. Felt pretty good up to that. That's good. I'm so interested to see this lap time. It feels like I'm riding good, but I don't know. I might not be. 2:07 first lap. You can't, guys, you can't make that up, bro. Like, I'm sorry. You just can't do it. Like, bro. Obviously, they updated these Enduro bikes. And they've put one of those, the value or whatever the hell it is that, I guess, center of gravity, whatever the heck it is. But this bike feels very good, dude. Like, really good. You know, I think anyone could ride this. That's why I like it. It feels like the preview bike, and then it just doesn't really make it makes the game easier, kind of. But it makes sense in the way that it rides. It just feels so stable, man. That is completely on me. Has nothing to do with the bike. Just went over the rut. But I still stand by what I've been saying, bro. Like, it feels so good. We can recover this lap. Because that was user error. I had some user error on the YZ, but most of it was just on that last lap. But other than that, I just rode it the same way. I mean, I've ridden this track a bunch, so you know, I mean, I could see around 20 laps and really not have any issues. We'll see what this lap time is, but dude, I mean, I'm just speaking the truth. The bike truly feels better than the OEM 450, at least the YZ specifically, which is known as the best bike in the game by many people. Some people argue the Honda 450, but for the most part, people have said the YZ is their favorite. And I mean, this bike, this Husky 450, it's in the Enduro 2 category, is simply a better bike, in my opinion. In motocross, 100%. In supercross, it's probably more debatable. Obviously, I think it's how much time you kind of have on them. I don't have time really on either of these bikes, so, I mean, that lap did not count. What the hell? Anyway, I was a 212, so, yeah. I'll see you guys when we look at lap times. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say it. This bike is better. Just straight up. Straight up, the Enduro bike, the 450 Husqvarna, is a better bike than the YZ450 at motocross 100%. Supercross is more of a debate just because I'm already not that good at Supercross. I'd say they're actually pretty even. I think it really depends on setup just because the Enduro bike is so, like, you know, in its stock form, not made for Supercross. But motocross, it's not a debate. Zero debate. The bike is way more stable, makes way more sense. And even on my 211 lap, I crashed. And still ran a 211, by the way, with a crash. And it was complete user error. And then the second lap was a 212. You guys already saw that. So I think the bike is better. I think it might have a little bit more power. Maybe not. I don't really think that plays a role. It's not really what this video is about, what bike's faster. It's more about how they feel. And I truly believe the Enduro bike feels better than the YZ450. You guys can test this out for yourselves. I'm waiting for this new bike update. I don't know what they did to the Enduro bikes, but clearly what they did was good because the bikes feel great, and there's no reason I should be running a 206.4 on a goddamn Enduro bike. Like, that is crazy. So let's let's do that to the regular ones. But yeah, hit that like button. I'll see you guys in the next video. I appreciate you guys for watching.